right, let's talk about the Chicago Bears here for a little bit. This is a team that made a lot of big moves this offseason. Obviously, a lot of them are new Bears, and we're excited to see them for the first time as we get ready for training camp. Only a few short days away now, but there's one young Bear, one new Chicago Bear in particular that is drawing incredible amounts of praise. In my eyes, I think this guy has a chance to be a special playmaker.
Yeah, Nick, I think the story you dug up has got to have Bears fans on the edge of their seats. This guy looks extremely exciting. I'm very excited to see how it goes forward, especially as we approach training camp. But Bears fans, I say training camp, that brings up the question for today. In the comment section below, we want to hear from you. Let us know what training camp battle you are most looking forward to. I think there's a lot of interesting things that could shake out on this team. Not every position is set. I'm most excited about maybe seeing who fills out that wide receiver roster. Does Chase Claypool stay there? Does he go? It would be very interesting to see how it shakes out. So let us know in the comment section below who is your favorite training camp battle to look forward to in the comment section below. But Nick, let's go ahead and get on into it. Who is this new Bear that is really surprising people?
Yeah, we've kind of got a two-parter here, Miles. This is both a courtesy of NBC Sports Chicago. Great piece here. If you want to go ahead and throw up the first one, I'll get into it, and we'll talk about it on the other side. All right, from the report, Bears area scout John City, I think that's how you pronounce his name, took the podium at Hallis Hall in April and delivered an impassioned opening monologue about a player the Bears selected in the fourth round. His voice broke a bit, but the conviction never wavered. The message was clear. He's someone we really feel compelled can become a pillar of this organization for a really long time, City said. I feel really strongly about this guy. I'm excited for you guys to meet him. There's a level of it factor to this kid the second he walks in the room that all of you guys are going to feel. I'm a little bit emotional about this kid. I've been feeling this guy is going to be with us for a really long time. This guy is University of Texas, former University of Texas running back Roshon Johnson, now Chicago Bear running back. You don't typically hear that kind of praise for a player who plays a non-premium position. Obviously, we know that about running back position now, especially one selected on day 3 of the draft. But the Bears were drawn to Johnson throughout the pre-draft process. The tape is good, but Johnson's foundation, his unshakable drive for daily progress and magnetic leadership, has the Bears penciling in the former 4-star quarterback in as a core piece of the rebuild. All right, might as well go to the second half. Spend time with Johnson. You'll understand what the Bears believe he'll bring to them both in the huddle and in the locker room. He's a guy who understands that the little pieces, the day-by-day hammering of the stone will eventually create the bigger vision. The ends can't be reached without ample work. That goes for the Bears as a team and Johnson as an individual. I think it's not necessarily proving to anybody, but it's proving to myself like who I am, Johnson told NBC Sports Chicago on the latest Under the Center podcast about his mentality entering the running back competition. I think the moment you start trying to prove people what you can do, I think the moment it doesn't go right, when you get that kind of in your head a little bit, I try to keep my best. I tried my best to keep a certain perspective that whatever happens, I'm going to put my best foot forward and I'm going to go hard. And ultimately, you're going to see what type of dude I am in that process. I think it's really just taking it day by day, taking advantage of my opportunities when they present themselves, and just trying to be prepared as much as I can when my opportunity arrives or my opportunity comes, excuse me. All right, Miles, obviously that's a lot of reading there from the report, but it's a great piece over there by NBC Sports Chicago. The headline here, and here's the story. Roshon Johnson, by all accounts, has kind of flown under the radar here a little bit, is a special kind of guy. This guy gets it. I always talk about the people that become stars and superstars in the NFL are process people. Tom Brady's famously like this, right? His goal isn't to win a Super Bowl. Famously asked which one's his favorite, he says the next one. Peyton Manning, driven by process. Emmitt Smith, driven by process. The all-time greats have this kind of attribute where they're driven not by goals, not by short-term focus, by focusing on the process, the individual steps, day by day, week by week, month by month, to get better and better individually and as a team. I had not heard this about Roshon Johnson before. I think this is a great sign for the Bears that they picked him up. I think there could be a special thing here for the Bears in the form of this kid, Miles. What do you think this report involving Johnson and just everything with the Bears right now?
Yeah, Nick, when I think about this, at first glance, Bears fans might be like, well, okay, we hear the news about running backs lately. No one's getting second contracts. They're kind of becoming obsolete. What is going on? Why should we care about Roshon Johnson? Well, Nick, we go and we look around the league. Who are the running backs that are getting a lot of play? Who are the guys that have been in the league a long time and really getting a lot of reps lately? Look at Christian McCaffrey, a very versatile back, a non-traditional style of back. You look at Alvin Kamara, a guy, great hands, versatile, has a lot of different style of skills. You look at Roshon Johnson's own teammate, Bijan Robinson, one of the hottest prospects coming out of this class. Again, very versatile. Roshon Johnson is a guy who can do a lot of different things. Specifically, I see gadget plays in his future. You hear that he used to be a quarterback. He was very good at the quarterback position as well. So I think anytime you can divide yourself and make yourself, like you said, process driven, show that you can put in the work, do all of the things you need to do, but also you have niches and abilities to fit yourself into an offense in more ways than one. That is the type of running back that's going to make a lasting impact on the team. And that's the kind of running back that you're going to keep around for more than one contract. So I'm really excited to see how the Bears use Roshon Johnson. I think they're going to use him in a lot of different ways. I think we'll be surprised by how much we see him on the field, but that is what they need to do, and that's what he has to make himself. And it seems like he's already done a really good job of starting, making himself invaluable to this team. So, as they said, he can be with this team for a very long time.
And mine's just to wrap this up, right? Obviously, what he brings in terms of his mentality, that's important. Every locker room needs some glue guys. Johnson, he was that with Texas, right? He had to split a lot of his carries, give a lot of his carries with Bijan Robinson, right? He's a team first guy, and that's always what you need in a locker room. It's a huge thing. It's underrated, but it's really important. But one final thing here to note, you brought about the fact he's got a lot of physical tools, a lot of different things he can do. Former Chicago Bear Corey Wooten actually on Sports Talk Chicago as well. He sees a lot of Derrick Henry, maybe not in overall physical skills, but in terms of everything he brings to the table in this kid as well. So right now, there's a lot of momentum behind Roshon Johnson in terms of his leadership mentality, his team first. He's a glue guy, all the physical tools. This kid looks like a special playmaker for the Chicago Bears. And we may be looking back come the end of the 2023 regular season and think Chicago picked up a steal here in this running back.